Hey guys, I'm at Blair Drummond Safari Park today for some spooky adventures. My name's Arthur and this is my rolling vlog. So Blair Drummond Safari Park has various different Halloween things going on, and their events called HalloWild. And one of they've got like a trick-or-treat trail, they've got pumpkin patches which we'll get to later. But just now I'm on my way to their fright room, and it's themed to Alice in Wonderland, and the fright room's called Where's Alice? So that should be interesting. I'm not sure if I'll be able to film inside the fright room, so I'll let you know if I can once I arrive. But it's currently looking as if there's nothing this way, but I was assured by a staff member that I asked that it's this way, so hopefully it is, and if it isn't, well, I'll go search for it and then I'll be back with you. But on the way I thought I would show you some lions. So there's a lion there and then there's a lion there. The lions are lying on the grass. Get it? They're lying on the grass. They're lying on the grass, no? There, found a giraffe. Well, it's just gone inside. Oh well.
There's a giraffe.
Just walking around its enclosure. I've just found the estate at Blair Drummond Safari Park, and it looks very Hogwartsy with the turrets. I'm now getting a bit hungry, so I'm going into the restaurant and see if they have any gluten and dairy food that I can eat. Coming into the restaurant, they've got some Halloween sort of spookiness going on in here, and I'm liking it. And the theming continues into the restaurant itself. It's really quite impressive. And I'm liking they've got these pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, and then they've got things hanging from the ceiling. So I managed to get a chili beef burger with fries. I'll let you know what I think about it once I'm done. And on the way out, I noticed a press penny machine. So this is the design you get. And it costs 50 pence plus your penny. That meal was really good. It was far too much for me, but for the price it was worth it. It cost me £9.50 and that was including my drink, so it was quite good value. So they have this bridge walkway thing which gives you an aerial view of some of the animals within the safari park. Specifically, the first animals we'll be coming to is the lions. The ones I showed you earlier in my vlog. Grooming each other. It's got a little stick, I think, in its mouth. Playing with each other. One wants the stick that the other one has, but and here lies the lion in his natural surroundings, playing with a stick and licking himself, and lying back down again. Who needs toys for enrichment when you have a stick? The lion stalks his prey. He sees what he wants. He wants that stick. Will he get that stick? Who knows? Only time will tell. Across the savannah, we we see lions following each other in a follow my leader sort of pose. And they're following, and they're following, and he's following. Now they're chasing, and they're chasing, and another one joins in. I've now moved into the rhino enclosure. It's a rather big rhino, and it's kind of sad how there's not very many of these left in the wild, and you have to come to places like this to actually see one, which is the sad thing about it. And then there's two more over here, one there and then one there. I'm now going to be entering into Lemur Land. In this area there should be some lemurs going about. So far I can't see any lemurs going about. Well, that's not to say we won't see some soon. So far it just looks like a nice forest walk with some pine trees. Or spruce, don't know which, but it's one of the two. And got some more trees. So far I'm thinking, what's to stop the lemurs from escaping? I don't know. So they're promising lemurs in here, but is there any? Or is this just a ploy to get us to come through here? Don't see much lemurs about, but there's some sheep. Somali sheep to be precise. I'm guessing because it's quite cold today that they'll probably be inside. There's a rhino we just went by. So I'm currently in my car going round the drive-through portion of the safari park. Just like the rest of the park, there's hardly anything to see, except if you look on this side of the window. Really cool looking lion. Bit of a monkey over there. Sorry I've not got that good angle of him, but never mind. So I've managed to find my way to the scare room. I completely went in the wrong direction. I started off going in the right direction but went offhand at some point, but I'm here now. And here it is. Let you know what I think about it. And hopefully I'll be able to record it too. So it's like I thought. I managed to take some photos in there in a certain part of the room, but I was unable to record it due to the restrictions going on here. But I actually thought it was really cool. It's quite scary. It'd be quite scary for young children. So I would recommend you go and do it. And if you have very young kids, they may be a bit scared, but if your kids are a bit older, they should love it. So to give you a bit more detailed information about the Where's Alice scare room, the room starts off with you're in sort of like a creepy forest and you don't know exactly what's going to happen, and then once you eventually find your way through the creepy forest, you then go into the Cheshire Cat Room, and the Cheshire Cat Room is really creepy, and my friend who I was with got really scared in that room, basically because the Cheshire Cat jumped out in front of him, and there's quite a bit of communication between us and the Cheshire Cat, because he was trying to confuse us to make us go the wrong way, and we ended up going round in circles and circles trying to find which way is the right way to go to get to the next part of the room. And then when you eventually find your way through there, you then go through a corridor where there's loads of mirrors, and it's a creepy lit room. That's where the pictures I have taken, I'll put them in now. And that's sort of like the ambience of that room looked like. Pretty creepy. And then once you eventually find your way out of that room, you get into a sort of like the Mad Hatter area, where the Mad Hatter is desperately trying to find Alice, and then he has obviously asked your help because you've seen Alice, and obviously we haven't seen Alice. So we then leave that room, and then once you get to that room, you then go into another creepy sort of room, and you can't see where you're going, you just go straight ahead like there's a mirror. And then when you get to a certain point, it's like a false mirror opens up, and then you're staring at the Queen of Hearts, and the Queen of Hearts has Alice strapped to a table, and she was basically being menacing and threatening us. And then it was telling us because we wouldn't do what she wanted, she was screaming at us, telling us to get out, and at the same time she starts up a chainsaw and cuts off Alice's head, which is pretty creepy and sinister. So all in all, it was a great, like, mild sort of maze for Halloween. So if you've never done one before, this would be quite a good one. Get you into the Halloween scare rooms and scare zone type things. All in all, really good, and I recommend you go to it. So I found some lemurs for you. It may not have been where I originally was, but it's certainly a lemur. That does it for me today, and sorry I wasn't able to show you a lot of things today. It's mainly because it's quite cold here, so all the animals they're in their inside enclosure, which the public can't see. So sorry I couldn't show you a lot of the animals, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to take you into the Where's Alice scare room. But what I will say is I saw time and time again lots of parents bringing young kids in, and they were getting terrified. So please, if you have very young kids, and by very young I mean 2 or 3, don't bring them into this scare zone because they'll be really scared. But kids 10 and up, they'll be fine in it, and I would highly recommend it to them. I've got many more adventures to come, but for now it's time for me to roll on to my next adventure.